In today's video, I'm going to give you tips for setting up your vintage booth. So first off here, we have the mannequin legs coming out of the wall. Mannequin parts around any clothing or shoe display is always a great idea. This booth took a style of S-hook to hang a small portion of a ladder, and then they used the bottom rung to hang clothes on. A lot of times dealers hang chairs from the ceiling or rafters, but you can't see the seat. So this dealer has hung them the opposite direction, which I personally like, so I can see the upholstery, yet the chair is not taking up valuable floor space in your booth. This booth does a great job of using all of that vertical space. You can see it just keeps going up and up and up. Using your vertical space allows you to get a lot more in your booth, and it also gives you a lot of flexibility on flipping your booth and moving things around, because eye level items are going to sell best. So you can take those high things, put them eye level. You can take low things and put them eye level and just keep moving everything around. This is another booth that does a good job of using their vertical space. And they are very themed, at least in part of their booth, for patriotic holidays, but it's something that is easy to transition into the different holidays and seasons throughout the year. It's good to remember that your entire booth does not have to have the same look and feel. This dealer has done a great job with their staging. They're providing layering. They're giving you ideas on how to repurpose. They added string to this hog scraper. That is very important to demonstrate for your customer the different things that they can do with the junk they buy from you. I'm not even sure why I have to say this repeatedly, but you should never have something in your store NFS. The suitcase is literally sitting there doing nothing, and it's NFS. Same with this suitcase. What? You are paying for square footage, so use it. A lot of keys to success are really knowing your customer, so you might have to test it out. Do they want to be able to see all of the different fabric like this person's put on the ladder, or would they rather have it in bundles, buy it in bulk in a container, or even flip through something like license plates or picture frames? Decorating does not have to be difficult. A single stem in this candy dish or apothecary jar is gorgeous on a little shelf. Marry things together. Go through your piles. What will fit in together, even though it might not have been intended to be used that way? You can also take those things you have laying around and turn them into a shelf. Some people just want it to be done, so they don't want to buy project pieces, so go ahead and do the DIY for them. I think this is an old casserole dish holder, and someone has cut a board out and screwed it in and turned it into a riser. Okay, here's a fun repurpose. They took a couple of toolbox inserts, added some spindles, and now you have a tiered stand. And then this is pretty cute too. They have a lid, or that's not a lid, a plate as a pedestal for the bowl. Again, a spindle, a lid, a spindle, a lid. How cute. Being creative, again, it doesn't have to be difficult. Simply make a clothesline. You have the aprons, you have these shirts. They are such a statement. Feathers, twine, curled wire, anything in nature, weeds. You can leave them natural, you can spray paint them. But adding other things into the things that you are really wanting to sell can make a difference in someone's decision. This booth makes me think of a couple things. One is going to be lighting. The other is going to be this awesome Coke bottle crate turned into candle display. So while good lighting is important, sometimes it's blinding. So you gotta make sure that you pay attention and put your lights in appropriate spots. And that doesn't always mean just lighting up your space. Whenever you are struggling with putting your booth display together, just start by color blocking. Color code everything, and that's an easy way to get you going and make your booth look cohesive. You can also simply just tell a story. Think about what the items you have in your booth, where they would go, what somebody using them would be doing, and run with it. Most antique booth dealers love their job. And so if you love your job, have fun in your displays. So here we have a couple of booths that have used light bulbs and springs to showcase hats. When you have a booth, you often don't have the ability to talk to your customer. And so you want to be able to give them ideas, but sometimes you don't have all of those pieces to give them ideas. So here is a way that somebody has done it on a poster board. You can also do this very easily on your price tags. This may be more for the store owner, but you want to consider decorating all of your spaces. This dressing room is super cute. And you want to make sure the paint color on your walls, any decorating ideas that you have, continue up the walls to the ceilings and really utilize the entire space. Even antique dealers are going to have some repetitive inventory that you always have. So make a permanent display for something that you always have on hand. When I first started selling, I had dealers tell me to only buy one of something so that it seemed more rare and unique. However, my advice to you is to have multiples of things and to display them together. It catches your eye more, it makes a bigger statement, and I think it will increase your sales. Whether you are simply hanging pieces on the wall or dangling things with twine or chain from the ceiling, getting things off the floor is important and gives you more square footage. Here they are using signage for their inventory, but you also want to have signage with your booth information on it. Price tags are important. Do not ruin a piece by putting a sticky price tag on it. Instead, use your price tag for branding or giving the customer ideas on how to use the object. Don't forget that you can turn things over, put things upside down, put things on their side. Sometimes you might struggle finding furniture to display your pieces on, but don't forget you can make things look good and work for you with some paint or some embellishment. And the last thing is to simply layer, just pack it all in there.